September 16th, 2017. I'm into a new area. I have not been here before, but I suspect there should be something here. Now I just came in and I see this X structure uphill. So I'm going to go ahead and cross this fence and see what I find. Okay, I'm about 100 feet up the trail and I'm coming to this pile of poles across the trail, and we got butt end to top end going both different ways. Now, either Sasquatch put them here or cowboys piled them here, but somebody piled those there. They didn't fall there. There's another pile right over there between those trees right there. That sounds like voices up there. Though I saw no sign of people up there, parked down below. Alright, new area. My microphone screwed up, so I had to take it off. So hopefully this is being recorded. This is a structure I've never seen in an area where I expected there to be structures. So there is some twine here. This had to at least start out as being made probably by bear hunters. And here it is from the other side. I suspect this was possibly begun by humans, or begun by Sasquatch and taken over by humans, because humans don't put the boughs on there like that. It's something I've seen the Sasquatch do to make a screen, but there are some cut members in this. So definitely some, like that one sticking up there, been cut with an axe. Here's a second structure in the area, and here it is from the other side. And again, there's twine, and you can see it hanging up there, and there you see the twine hanging right there. Though not all the members are tied with it. In fact, in this case, it's just hanging there. It's not really holding anything up. This appears to be the remains of a very large structure that's fallen in with all those poles. You got poles at both ends. You got some laying parallel here, and this huge mass of poles. Probably a big wigwam or teepee that the centerpiece rotted. Here now, somebody or something tied this tarp in place. Now the tarp is tied with twine. So you would think that would be put there as a human shelter. Though it's again kind of fallen down, so it's been forgotten or been here a while. And it's fallen on top of a shelter underneath. And here's another place where the twine is tied. So again, humans did that. In fact, basically all this structure here looks like the framework was all tied up. Now, here's something right next to it that's really interesting. A little framework of a tripod and some other items stacked in a kind of a disheveled mass. I'll take a view from another angle. And there's the root ball up in the air. It didn't fall there. Somebody put that there, or something put that there. Again, this pile is made by a person or by a Sasquatch. And there's a couple more common as you get further away from people of what I see. A couple of trees leaned against another tree, and then kind of a sleeping or resting area underneath. I've got areas up in these woods that's the sort of structures you only find. You don't find the build-up wigwams and the like. This thing's like a cotton-picking fort. Look at this. But you can see these poles and trees in place. And actually, those don't look like they were cut at the top, but those look like trees. These are all piled. And there's one that's cut right here. These over here are broken. You know, I don't know what to think of this. I thought those were driven to the ground. Those appear that they are just trees, and these logs were leaned against trees that were in place. And I'm seeing a few cut, but not very many. Now, this is a log suspended across here to be used as a seat, and so people have definitely been using it. I'm certain as a hunting blind. Did they originally build it as a hunting blind? And this is a hell of a lot of work. I can't imagine somebody doing this. And the number of people. There's a tarp. It would have taken to build all this. Yeah, this is really something. Verdict's out on this one. And here's the ring. I thought that was originally where there was a turnoff valve for a water gate, but actually that's just a fire ring has been built in there, probably to conceal the fire for someone with a hunting blind. So that's actually not too bad an idea. So anyway, obviously hunters been using it, but did they originally build it? No way to know. Is that an enormous Sasquatch print? It sure looks like it with toes and the like. Well, it sure looks like it to me. Really deep, or was it where there was a stone? I don't see a stone around here. I'll put my foot next to it. Okay, there's my size 14 boot, about 15 inches long. That track is probably 18 inches or so, and much, much heavier than me. There could have been a rock pulled out of there, but whew. Well, there it is from the side it would be screening against. Be screening something coming down the hill, or something coming along the creek. Well, why would a hunter make something that big? You know, you could fit 20, 30 people inside there easily. No idea. And it's got that huge footprint right next to it. And here I am again with trees or poles that have been laid across the trail. And just recently, because they're over the fence was probably put up last few months to keep something from coming up the road here, or this trail. And here we're back to the structure, just to take another look at this fortress. Pretty awesome. I'm back here in the structure, and I'm looking down at the ground near this pole that's across. And doggone it, there are several big depressions or big marks in the ground that are much bigger and wider. That's about a 16-inch long footprint, but considerably wider, twice or more of my foot. Here's another one next to it, a little bit smaller. Here's another one right here. And here's another couple right here. When I first saw this, I thought, no, this has to be just man-made and man-used, but tell you, Those are too big for people. Too hard to put my feet next to them and hold the camera, so it's kind of the way we'll leave that. Okay, this is, again, September 16th. And this structure just appeared since early last year, or early this spring, because I was up here. This wasn't here. Look how elaborate and large this is. Anyway, really neat. I'll take a couple of views of it. And when did you first see this, Ray?
About 3.
Same thing. It's easier for me when I'm up here to just come by and see you, you know?
Yeah.
Because I call, but you know, you're always up here and the connection's terrible, so you probably don't even see the messages because, you know. I know my phone won't work up here, you know.
Trout are biting hot out here.
Are they really? I don't think I could lift that one there, you know. It would take both of us, and it would be, you know, gonna be kind of, why in the hell are we doing this?
How that one is just stuck in there?
Yeah.
Why? I mean, you know, a human
just
you would have a a main piece, and then
they'd be more organized.
Just stick a stick in there.
I agree with you 100%. Let me take one more. All right, here's another one in the same general area. Basically made out of aspens and more blind, very disorganized batch of stuff that was just seen the last few weeks. Some fresh green, no boughs of aspens, so this is probably just made here recently. It's a elk, isn't it?
Yeah, that sounds like the hunt started this today, I think.
And this is nearby that blind area behind. And this appears to be a stand that someone's made to shoot deer out of. And you can see it's all lashed and tied and more organized the way it's built. And the poles are, those are chopped over here on the right. And here is cut on the left. So that's kind of classic what you'd expect people to do. And then here's something down below. I'm not sure what they're doing down there.